Good afternoon and welcome back, everyone. Now that you have an overview of this course, let's dive into one of the most important questions. What is Nutanix and why does it matter? Nutanix was founded in 2009 by engineers who came from Google. They saw how Google ran its massive cloud operations without relying on traditional storage or complex infrastructure. And they thought, why can't all businesses have this kind of simplicity? So in 2011, Nutanix launched the world's first hyperconverged infrastructure platform, combining storage, compute, and networking into a single appliance. And today, Nutanix isn't just about HCI. It's evolved into a full hybrid multi-cloud platform, helping businesses run workloads on premises, in the cloud, or across multiple clouds seamlessly. Now let's take a closer look at some of the key highlights about Nutanix. Nutanix achieved 2.06 billion in revenue in Q2 of fiscal year 25. The company is both profitable and cash flow positive, demonstrating strong financial health and stability. Nutanix serves over 27,000 global customers as well. When it comes to customer satisfaction, Nutanix boasts a best-in-class net promoter score of 90 plus, reflecting our dedication to customer success and satisfaction. And if you're not familiar with the Net Promoter Score, it's typically a survey that asks customers, how likely are you to recommend Nutanix to a friend or colleague? When it comes to market leadership, Nutanix is recognized as a market leader consistently listed in the Gartner Magic Quadrant, Forrester Wave, and IDC competitive landscape reports. And then lastly, sustainability. Nutanix technology enables up to 35% less energy consumption compared to traditional three-tier architectures, contributing to a more sustainable and environmentally friendly IT infrastructure. If you've ever managed traditional IT infrastructure, you know how complex and frustrating it can be. Separate servers, separate storage, multiple management interfaces, and a never-ending cycle of maintenance. Nutanix changed the game by introducing hyperconverged infrastructure, or HCI, which brings compute, storage, and networking together into one easy-to-manage platform. But before we dive into the technical details, let's take a step back and explore the origins of Nutanix and how it became the leader in HCI. At its core, Nutanix is an enterprise cloud platform that combines the storage, compute, and virtualization into that single software-defined solution running on standard x86 servers. Think of it as a public cloud-like experience, but running on premises, giving businesses the simplicity of the cloud with the control of their own data center. With Nutanix, you don't need separate storage arrays or complex networking. Everything is built in and managed through an intuitive software interface called Prism. Nutanix isn't just a hardware solution, it's a software company that runs on your choice of OEM hardware or public cloud provider, including Nutanix's own white label appliance that's really just super micro under the hood. We give you complete freedom of choice, allowing you to pick your hardware, choose your hypervisor, including VMware ESXi, Microsoft Hyper-V, or our own built-in hypervisor known as AHV, as well as manage everything through a single UI known as Prism, which provides that seamless management experience across your entire environment. To understand why Nutanix is such a big deal, let's compare it to traditional IT infrastructure. In traditional data centers, you need to separate physical servers, a storage area, network, and complex networking to make everything work together. Each of these components is managed separately. Sometimes they come from different vendors, meaning you're stuck troubleshooting compatibility issues. Scaling up can be difficult and often quite expensive. Nutanix solves all these problems with its hyperconverged infrastructure, which removes the need for separate storage, networking, and compute, replacing them with a single software-driven solution. One reason Nutanix has become the most popular hyperconverged solution in the market is its distributed system architecture, which provides unlimited scalability, high performance, and unmatched resiliency. And when it comes to our platform, here's the basics. Nutanix software is deployed on a cluster of servers or nodes, starting with at least 3 or 4 in a typical data center environment. Each node has CPU, memory, storage, and a hypervisor. The nodes are connected via an industry standard Ethernet switch, and the core Nutanix Acropolis HCI software runs in a user mode VM called the controller VM or the CVM on each node in the cluster. The controller VM the controller VMs create a single storage pool using the direct attached storage in each node in the cluster. This is the distributed storage fabric or DSF. It eliminates the need for standalone storage arrays like SAN and NAS products. The DSF distributes data and metadata across all the nodes in the cluster and provides enterprise storage features such as dedupe compression, erasure coding, cloning, and snapshotting in a truly distributed system with no single points of failure or hotspots. This fully distributed scale-out architecture allows you to expand capacity by adding nodes when needed. You get linear, predictable performance, and capacity increases as the cluster grows. The Nutanix solution delivers data locality by providing the best VM and cluster performance. All I/O requests from a VM are handled by the local controller VM on that node. When a VM writes data, one copy of the data is always written to the local node. That way, read requests can be handled immediately using data on the same node without going over the network. If the VM moves to a different node, then over time, the data also migrates to the remote node to restore locality. Hyperconvergence solved the fundamental problem of silos between compute, storage, and virtualization in the legacy three-tier data center. The same silos existed on the management side, with different vendors for the management of each of the different layers of the three-tier stack. The problem gets compounded if you bring in virtualization management, operational analytics, app automation, and multi-cloud management. Imagine the number of tools you would need to manage each of these in your data center. Nutanix Prism solved this problem by providing a single pane of glass, like the eye in the sky with visibility across all these different elements, thereby providing that consolidated management. So why are companies switching to Nutanix? The biggest reason is simplicity. Nutanix eliminates the complexity of managing those separate servers, storage, and networking. Everything runs on a single platform. So one unified platform providing that consistency across all your apps and data, simplified data management, and my favorite part, one-click simplicity. Whether it's scaling infrastructure, applying software updates, or troubleshooting issues, Nutanix makes it incredibly easy. This is why companies of all sizes, from small businesses to Fortune 500 enterprises, are choosing Nutanix to modernize their IT. And then lastly, Nutanix's overarching goal is just provide that one platform for hybrid multi-cloud management to run any of your apps anywhere. And that's going to pretty much sum up this section of the course. Next, we'll move on and look at some different areas of the Nutanix Cloud Platform. Thanks for listening, everyone.